His body split into two parts, and they were terrified and scared for the last time. Copper City, the city of fear and terror. A city in this world, but you cannot see it, can't do it inside. The story we are talking about today is based on a city where gold, demons, and magic meet. A city where the greatest leaders of the world tried to enter or learn about, but lost their lives. A city where secrets are buried that no one knows. A city that is surrounded or protected by demons that have the power to kill anything that passes through the city. A city that you think is a fantasy when you hear it, but it is mentioned in history and that it is not seen. This city is known as the Copper City. A city covered by a wall so high that one cannot see the dangerous contents inside. 3 people who tried to see what was behind this wall ended their lives in fear and terror. So what is the secret behind this invisible city? In a story that happened in the city, it was said that the most powerful leader at the time named Abdul-Malik. One day, he heard the news of this city, and was told that buried in this city is a diamond that no man has seen before. His size and number made Abdul-Malik send a letter to the leader called Musa. This leader, Musa, was one of the most powerful leaders at that time. Musa was the leader who conquered the island of Cyprus, and was also behind the conquest of Andalusia. Abdi-Malik told Musa to go to this Copper City. He knows the hidden secret, and he also gets inside. Musa immediately began to carry out the order of the Muslim prince. Moses prepared an army of 1,000 horsemen and enough food for 4 months. Then the troops led by Musa began to go to the Copper City. The troops led by Musa marched for 43 consecutive days before they approached Copper City. And soon, they saw the appearance of the city at a distance of several days. They were amazed at the wall around the city and how long it was, and realized that they were facing a city that no human could build. When the army of Moses arrived at the perimeter of the wall surrounding this very terrible city, it was nighttime, and they stayed that night around the wall. In the morning, Musa and the army he led sent a letter saying that that night was their most terrifying, because when they came from behind the wall, they were afraid of the wall, which was bright and also very large. Musa's army started the operation when they first arrived there. He sent a horseman to scout around this wall and check for a gate that could be there. The horseman left, and it took him to return to the place where the troops were staying for 6 days. When he returned, the horseman informed his leader that he did not do anything. There is no gate. It is surprising that a large city that took this horseman 6 days to go around the wall has no gate, and the soldiers were surprised by this. But after much thought, he ordered Moses to stack all their things on top of each other to make a ladder against the wall, which made them make a ladder from the nearby trees and tie the ropes they were carrying. And finally, they managed to reach the end of this wall. But this is where the terrifying event begins. Musa gathered his troops together and told his troops that he would give 10,000 gold coins to anyone who found out the information about this city. Of course, the amount he said is not a small amount, which made the army competitors in finding out information about this city. A man came out and started to climb the wall. When they reached the top of the wall, they saw the man, who laughed and threw himself into the city. They heard excessive noise coming from the city, which continued for 3 consecutive days. The army was shocked and surprised when the man said that he was bringing information from the city. He laughed and threw himself inside the city. Musa, he still didn't give up hope. He told his army that he will give another reward to the person who brings the information to the city. Another man came out who started to climb this wall and reached the top of the wall. When he saw what was inside the city, he did, like the man before him, He started laughing and threw himself into the city. When he fell into the city, they heard a lot of noise that lasted for 3 days. Like the previous one, he didn't stop there. But now, he sent another man, but this time, they tied a rope around his waist so that when his eyes saw what was happening in the city, they would pull him so that he would die. When his eyes saw the city, he started laughing and threw himself into the city. The soldiers pulled the man, but his body was divided into 2 parts. The upper part fell into the city, and the lower part fell into the army. This incident caused Musa and his army to face a lot of panic and fear, and they knew that they were in danger, and started to avoid the danger they were looking for. They realized that the city is very dangerous, and they left the place. What do you know about Copper City? I found this video very difficult. Please help us.